triple upgraded my house.
Really?
Yeah.
From this?
Yeah.
How do you triple upgrade this
I don't
house?
know. Like, I don't know. It was like a ginormous house, and we were building it, and we had like a horse and goats and stuff. And I just remember focusing on like a library when I woke up this morning, and I was like, I just dreamt about a library.
Oh man, you probably woke up super happy and
I did,
calm.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I was gonna post on like Instagram like a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this normal? I constantly have not constantly, I'll have 3 a year that I will dream that I have an important event. Like the last time this happened, it was my wedding day, but I had forgotten to buy a dress. Like of all the things.
Yeah.
So last night was, I had forgotten that I was going to Mexico like we are in March. I didn't buy any clothes for it. So it's me going to a Walmart at midnight trying to find a whole wardrobe
In the middle of winter.
in the middle of winter for this, and I'm panicking and I feel sweaty and it's awful. And Hunter woke me up before I could find out if I was successful. So I was just the whole day like, I better start ordering everything now. Like, don't wait, bitch. Well, I'd be happy if you made this bigger. It's getting quite small.
Do you feel confined?
I feel like just sweaty and uncomfortable.
So
I don't know where to sit. There's only 17 options of where to sit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like in my house, my dream house had like all these weird like staircases and spaces and like an odd little bathroom in this like weird around the turn corner, and it was super cute. And I was like stressed about decorating the whole thing, but I was like in this cute little library area, like this is the most beautiful spot in the world.
So you dreamed that you were Belle.
Kind of.
Yeah. You're describing everything, staircases, libraries.
Mm-hmm.
You dreamt that you were in the Beauty and the Beast.
Absolutely.
You are Belle.
Although this Belle Castle had like a weird staircase that wasn't really a staircase. It was not really a slide either, but I was like, the playroom will be over here for Jackson and toys, and like he can crawl through this weird crawl space and go down the slide, and like is like a normal household artifact.
That's great. Is TJ the Beast then?
Yeah, for sure.
All of a sudden he shows up just super hairy with a mane. Oh, speaking of the Beast, he's still looking for his keys. Yeah, dreams can really, really fuck with you. I had the, over Christmas break, I had the Travis cheated on me unrealistic dream, and you can't help but be fucking furious the next day.
You wake up and you're just pissed at it.
I can't, like, and I know, I told him, I was like, I know this is illogical, but like all of those feelings are real because you're feeling them while you're sleeping, and you feel heartbroken. And it's like, I know you didn't fucking do that, but I need an hour to remind myself that you didn't, and then be okay with your
I'm
face.
still gonna hold this grudge for a minute.
Right.
You have to give me space.
And he's like, guys don't dream of that. He's never dreamt that I've done that. I've never heard of a man that does that.
I bet somebody does.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can ask TJ when he walks by again, but like, it's like
yeah,
once
he
a year.
absolutely has, because he's told me about it.
He has?
Yeah.
Travis like, I've never dreamt about it. And maybe that's because Travis doesn't have like any insecurities. Like, he doesn't really have any insecurities besides his chest hair. That's it. But like, he feels secure enough that I wouldn't do that. But like, TJ, have you ever dreamt about Jessica cheating on you? Like in a dream? Sure? I was just saying, like, that happens to me like once or twice a year. And Travis like, that guys don't dream about that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
His time is coming then. Okay.
Someday.
For sure. So as a male, do you wake up and feel upset all day about it?
Probably like how shitty your ex is. That
Yeah, Travis never had an
contributes-
ex.
Right, to contribute to
Yeah.
such thoughts
After
and
he
feelings.
meets me, then he'll
Nightmares.
feel that way. Yeah, Travis never had an ex.
Yeah, I'd call them nightmares more than dreams.
Yeah.
Like a dream would be like something good, like finally, she's gone. Yes, take her.
Nightmare, they're back.
Rude.
That's what a dream is, though. You'd be happy about it, right? Like you have a good dream, you're like, oh man, yeah, I was banging the supermodel and it was so awesome.
Yeah.
You don't ever have a nightmare like, oh my god, and it was so good, and I was just like, no, stop, right? But you have a nightmare like someone's chasing you, or a clown, or like some dude's banging on your wife, right? Like that's how that correlates in my eyes.
Like, my cheating, like the ones I have about Travis, I don't see any like physical, like sexual things going on. He's just like approaches me one day with this hot girl and is like, I don't fucking love you. Bye. And
Rude.
then the whole like dream is me breaking down and like dying inside. I'm like,
Oh yeah, mine are way different.
you
and I are on a different
You
level,
see the
man.
sex. I don't see the sex.
All the time.
I mean, obviously, I know they're probably having great sex. She's got huge tits and just looks awesome. It's fucking good. Who was that girl he was obsessed with? One time it was Scarlett Johansson. It was actually Scarlett Johansson. He's like, I did it. I got her. I'm successful. This is what I wanted. And I was like, fine. But yeah, it takes me like an hour the next day to even fucking look at him. I'm furious. He's like, I didn't cheat on you. I'm like, I don't know. I need some convincing. Pretty detailed. Scarlett was here.
I saw her and her
I
real
smelled her.
tits.
She has a nice
She put on
butt.
her Black Widow costume. You guys were jumping all over the place.
Like frogs?
Yeah.
Jumping
Yeah, just riveting all over the place.
Playing leapfrog all naked like.
That would make me jealous. If I saw Travis playing leapfrog
A
with
hairy
any other girl,
leapfrog.
I'm losing my shit.
Instant jealousy.
That's the hairiest
we
frog I've
could
ever
do.
seen. What the fuck?
So yeah, dreams must just touch on like your greatest fantasies and then your biggest insecurities. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
sure.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, fuck.
That could be smelled.
Have fun.
Yep.
Bye. Did you have a good New Year's? What did you do?
Jackson was sick, so we stayed here.
Great. Did you get drunk?
We did, yeah. TJ fell asleep at like 7:30.
Uh-huh.
Woke up at 9 after I had put Jackson to bed. He caught me like playing Sims at the counter. I was like, alone time. So I was playing Sims at the counter by myself. And we made a puzzle and stayed up till like 2 and got wasted making a
Fun.
puzzle. Like
That's so
old
fun.
fucking assholes.
Well, those are the best nights though. Like the best nights that Travis and I have is when we love Phase 10. Like, and we'll play that and get super competitive and get drunk and it's like flirty and fun and it's great.
Yeah, or we'll play Mexican Train, that domino
Yes.
game.
I need to get him to learn that.
Yeah, it's
I would have to relearn it. You guys have to teach us. But I used to play that as a kid a lot with our family. That was like our
yeah, we
thing.
can play that one. That's a big one.
It's fun. We had my before 30 bucket list night.
Was it amazing?
Yeah, so like if you heard before, well, it was my birthday episode in May. I had made like a list of things I want to do before I turned 30. You've crossed off a ton of those. And Trav's like, I'm going to cross off having a fancy New Year's. So I got a sparkly dress. Did not get a picture of me in the dress.
I was so upset. I was literally
Yeah.
like, I don't ever go on Instagram, but I went on Instagram at least 2 or 3 times that night in search specifically of a
Yeah.
picture of your pretty New Year's Eve dress.
Well, the thing is, like, our hotel room had really shitty lighting. So, like, oh, we'll wait to get the lobby. Well, the lobby it was blue, because we stayed at this, like, hotel it was called the Radisson Blue. So it was so blue, you couldn't get a good picture there. We'll do it at the restaurant. It was too crowded. All fucking night, I kept thinking I was going to get this picture. Never fucking got it. I told Travis I'm legit going to redo everything and take, like, a fake photo
You
of
should.
that dress. Well, I'm going to take it to Mexico if it still fits. It was a little bit big on me. I needed to, like, extra tie it up. But anyways, I had a sparkly dress.
That sounds promising.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting skinnier. But the dress I just bought doesn't fit that
It
good.
was already too big.
Well, it's because I had to get it in, like, a size that I would what I would wear a few months ago. And then I wanted the one that was smaller, but it was, like, a color that white girls can't wear. Like, it was so,
Like yellow.
Yeah, it was so, like, skin tone that it didn't look good. Like, if you had beautiful, like, chocolate skin or tan skin, it would be much prettier. So I'd get the other one. But had the dress, went to dinner, had a terrible dinner, not worth the story.
Really?
Yeah, we went to that place that Travis' meal was $150.
His meal. Just his meal.
Yeah, we've been saving up gift cards because he gets, like, points at work. So we had $250 worth of gift cards to go to the Ocean Air. Downtown Minneapolis. It's very fancy. They have one in LA. It's a seafood restaurant. And we each ordered, like, a steak and I had steak and scallops and he had steak and lobster, whatever. His plate was $150. Just that. And he paid for upgrades on top of that. Like, extra crab on a steak, blue cheese, like, all this shit. We know it was going to be expensive. Whatever. They had to remake our steak, or they microwaved our steaks 3 times. To the point where once the manager found out, because this place is so booked on New Year's, you have to give a credit card in case you don't show up. They will charge you a base amount if you don't show up. Once the manager eventually got around to hearing about it and, like, seeing, like, the waiter was, like, taking pictures of it, how bad it was, and, like, trying to get the kitchen to understand how bad it was.
Oh, so it wasn't like this waiter was being like a huge dick.
No. He was like, this is disgusting and horrifying. Because the first time it came out, it was all uncooked. The steak literally looked like you would see in a case when you cut into it. Yeah, it wasn't rare because we order it medium rare, like medium rare to medium. We like it pink, like super pink. It was disgusting, and so he kept trying to get the kitchen to like remake it, and they would just piece it back together, throw something on top of it, and bring it out to the point where by the time the third time had been microwaved, all of Trav's crab meat was like fried little dried up crumbles. So once the manager saw, he's like, "You're not paying for any of this," which we were grateful for, but we still had to eat disgusting food.
They didn't like remake the food at all?
No, because the third time they'd microwaved it so much, it was finally like edible, like cooked wise, and we were so hungry. And at this point, it was 10 p.m. We're like, we're gonna miss our whole fucking New Year's because we've been sitting there for 2 hours.
I suppose.
So like, we're just gonna fucking eat it, like whatever we have to pay for it. We'll get the fuck out of here. We just want to have a fun night. So we didn't have to pay for it, which is great, but. We wanted to pay for it though. We wanted to
have like an amazing dinner and have a good time.
Yeah, because we hadn't been there in like 2 years since I was pregnant with Ollie. Like we look forward to going to places like this. Why do I keep doing this? I'm not a
Nobody else
French
can see
man.
it.
Oui.
I don't mind.
I'm doing that like hand thing. So anyways, we leave there. I had the most random fucking night, and I've been waiting to tell you this story.
I know you told me you had a really good story.
Yeah, and I was gonna save it for the podcast. So we leave there. We go back to our hotel room, we freshen up real quick, and we're gonna go out. So we find this bar. Oh no, we stepped outside waiting for a cab, and we met this couple from Iowa. They were smoking, we were smoking, whatever. We just got chatty, and they're like, "Oh yeah, everyone from Iowa comes up here. Minneapolis is like a big deal because there's nothing to do in fucking Iowa, I guess."
I never go to Minneapolis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, I was like, we saw because at Chicken we saw another girl that was from Iowa. I was like, what the fuck is going on with Iowa? She goes, everyone comes up here for like the big things. There's nothing to do in Iowa. It's like a 4-hour fucking drive, dude.
Well, it's not like we have a ball drop or anything.
Right, yeah. No, she goes, oh, everyone does it. We come up here every year. I was like, okay. They were super cool. They were our age. And they're like, oh, are you going to come back to the bar here later? We're like, probably not. They're like, oh, well, if we see you. If not, Happy New Year. Nice to meet you guys. So we end up going to this bar, a random one that didn't have a cover because every place was like $50 to $100 to get in that night.
Holy shit.
It was crazy. That the rooftop where like the drag shows are at was $50 to get in. No perks. Nothing. It's just they know that people are demanding to get in.
Yeah, people will pay for it.
Yep. And the poorhouse downtown was $100 a person, and you got drinks.
Out of your damn mind.
Right. Drinks until they ran out, which how quickly are they gonna run out? That place can hold like 500 people.
When is this gonna happen?
So we're at this random bar, we're drinking, we're having fun, and I turn around and that couple was there. And I was like, what the fuck is up? At this point, I'm like half drunk. Like, hi, friends from Iowa. You know me. I'm chatting with everyone. And they're like, oh, yeah, our friend owns this bar. And I was like, that's fucking cool. Like, holy shit. And they're like, yeah, we're going to go to this party. Do you guys maybe want to come? And we're like, yep. Travis like, I don't really know these guys. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. We're going to do that. Like, we're not passing up on anything. He owns a party. We're going to party. I said, what else does he own? He goes, well, he owns this whole block. Which is the Union Rooftop, the strip club, a bar, and a theater. And we're like, holy shit, that's great.
Yeah.
So we're sitting outside, we're smoking, we're talking, and this guy in a fur coat walked up to us.
Like, all I picture is like Macklemore in that.
Yes, exactly.
That thrift store.
Pretty much. And he had like this like crazy print shirt, and he had this like smoking hot older wife who's had a ton of plastic surgery, and I'm like, I want to be you one day. And he's like, we're gonna go now. Are your friends coming with? And I was like, yes, we're absolutely coming with. So all of a sudden we follow them. We go through the bar that we were in to the back. There is a fucking private elevator.
Yeah.
Jessica. Travis is in the elevator like, what are we doing? And I was like, I don't fucking know, but it feels good.
But it feels amazing.
What are we doing? So all of a sudden it goes up, it opens, it takes us into this fucking rave. Like a rave. There is this bar floor where there's all these people like people with like tiny little tops on. They're all painted and shit. Reeks of weed in there.
Yep.
Travis like, can I be in here? I was like, I don't think so, but you're going, or I'll see you outside.
You can wait in the elevator.
Right. We go up to the bar. The owner's like grabs this bottle of 1942 tequila, which is like hundreds of dollars, and he just grabs it from behind the bar. And he looks at the bartender, who looks like Tarzan. He's shirtless. He's got a man bun.
I'm so turned on by this story.
He was, I immediately thought of, he was Bayou Daddy.
Yes.
He would have been Bayou Daddy. So he's shirtless, he looks like he might be on something, and he tells this guy, like, give them whatever they want. so we get to drink for free.
Oh my god.
So now we're drinking for free.
Oh,
Bye-bye, you daddy.
Daddy.
Sexy man. He gives us drinks, and then the people are like, yeah, we're going to go up now. And we're like, to what? And they're like, oh, the party. And I was like, this isn't the fucking
This
party.
isn't the party?
He takes us up these stairs, and all of a sudden there's this, like imagine a theater, like an old play theater, has been turned into, like, a rave.
Okay.
So there's multiple levels.
Yeah.
On the stage are these fucking DJs, all these huge screens, it's lit up, everything is fucking techno and crazy, you can't hear shit. Everyone's high, everyone's on something. Like these... Anyways, so we go up these steps and we turn, and there's this huge VIP area that's like all these leather couches that just like right in front of the stage on a platform. And we're like, oh, where are we gonna sit? We go in there. That's our section. They kicked people out.
For you!
So we could go in there. So I was like, no. And they're like, no, they don't belong in here. You guys are drinking with us tonight. And we're like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know your name.
What's your name?
We still don't know their goddamn name.
God.
So all of a sudden we're in there. Travis and I are like, what the fuck's going on? People are giving us more drinks, and we're just looking around, and everyone's having a blast. And this girl is next to Travis outside of the rope, and she's like, who are you guys? What are you doing here? And Travis like, I don't know. She goes, can I dance next to the rope? He goes, I think. I don't know. I guess so. So we're there for like an hour. They do this crazy like ball drop or whatever.
Oh my god, for like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they handed out champagne to us. We're just fucking drinking, and still nobody. One girl in the VIP section was like, who are you? And I was like, I'm friends with the owner. Like,
My name's Amanda.
I'm from Big Lake.
Did you get the name of the people you were hanging out with?
Travis. Oh yeah, they had. Oh, this is the craziest thing. So before we go into this private elevator thing, we're waiting, and she goes, she's super friendly. She's like, I want to add you on Facebook, and I was like, great. We're already friends on Facebook. She pulls up my name, clicks it. We were already friends. I've never met this girl in my life. We have no mutual friends. We have no idea. She's never worked in Minnesota, lived in Minnesota. No reason to be friends. We were Facebook friends.
Does she listen to the podcast?
No. Oh, no, I never actually mentioned that to her. I should have asked her. But why would I would never add someone from like Iowa that I don't know. Like I'm very suspect of people. But yeah, we were already friends on Facebook. And so I know who she is. She's like this adorable redhead chick. But anyways, it ended up being fucking weird. We got down to the main level back at the bar. Travis was like, I think we should go. Because there was just so much weed in there.
Oh,
He was worried about like work and getting drug tested. He's like, I don't think I should be in there. And I was like, okay. So the girl was like, oh, we'll message you later. We ended up going to another bar and then never seeing him again, which is fine. But we got back into a room that night. We're like, the fuck happened?
What even happened?
I wish I could describe how crazy this. Like, this is a party.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was. Everyone, like, you look down below, everyone is like fucking fist pumping and like screaming and rubbing their bodies. They're all high. Like, I wish I could describe it. It was a fucking rave. It was a rave.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have to be with the dirty people.
Right.
We looked better than everyone.
This sounds like not only did you complete one of your 30 under 30 bucket list items, but this is like a party of a lifetime item.
Yeah, and for free.
Yeah.
Like, for fucking free.
You're in the VIP. You are a very important person.
People were looking up at us like, what the fuck's going on up there?
Who are you?
And this guy is this fucking bajillionaire who owns all this shit. Like, just fucking sitting there chatting with us. Like, you don't know us. Don't you want your close friends
Is he
in
a
here?
nice guy?
He was super nice. His wife was super nice. He had a best friend there that, like, I think just follows him around all day hoping to get more free shit. It was fucking wild. And Travis was like, I'm really glad you said yes to that, because normally maybe we would have been like, oh, I don't know. I was like, this feels good. So we did.
Nice. That's amazing.
It was great.
I'm so jealous.
It was such a mysterious night.
I made a puzzle that had an American flag on it.
No, at least you're patriotic. We had one last mystery. In the morning, my pillow was on the floor soaking wet. And the only thing we can figure out is that I slept walk into the shower in the middle of the night holding my pillow. I was like, it must have been cold because it had like shitty thin blankets. It must have been cold, so I just took the pillow to the shower with me. I was like, this poor housekeeper. Like,
You
what
woke
is
up
she
in the
doing?
morning and you had showered?
My hair was up, so I must have like rinsed my body up to warm myself, and then took the pillow with me and then threw it on the floor, and it like soaked into the cart, like it was all wet. Started sleepwalking again after a night of drinking. What else is there to do?
And secondhand drugs.
Yeah, I was so high. I wonder if we got high. I don't think that's a thing though.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know.
We asked the one guy that was from Iowa, and we're like, is everyone smoking weed? He's like, it's pens. And I was like, no. Pens don't smell like weed.
I don't know.
Anyway, anyways, we had a great New Year's.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, cross that off my bucket list. Never doing it again.
Why not?
Well, I can't until the kids are much older.
I suppose.
So now we have to start
Next time,
hosting.
take me with you.
I will. Just you and I go next year. We find the same owners. We're just waiting at the same bar. Is he back?
We're best friends, right?
All of a sudden you hear the song like Thrift Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Macklemore come on and he walks in. That's literally what he looked like. I'm really happy you understood that right away. That's exactly what he looked like. And he was like 60.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's so awesome. I'm so jealous.
His wife was like one of those Valley Girl stuffed humans. Anyways.
What are we here for today?
It's What the Fuck Wednesday, Beach.
It's Wednesday, and what the actual fuck?
What actual fuck are we going to talk about? Well, first of all, on the calendar, I had that I was going to talk about the real stories of Disney princesses, like the dark history.
Yeah.
Still going to do it. The issue with doing research yesterday was, yesterday is when I started, every story is like inconsistent. So like one website will say this. So I need to really deep dive. So I'm going to save that. Oh, shit. Oh, she's dying. She's got a gun.
My rum went down the wrong tube.
So instead, I took one from another month and moved it up a little bit. So we will get that. That's why I said last week that it was something specifically for you. So it will be.
Well, I think that's good though, because there was a book that I wanted to read along with that month that you do that.
Okay.
Because I think that there's like an Anne Rice, like the Diaries of Sleeping Beauty or something.
Ooh.
I think it might be kind of dark though, so it might be one of those ones that I need to pre-read.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let
But we'll see.
you pick a month, and I'll do it then. I'll do it for you,
I'll
Beach.
do it for you.
All right. So today, instead, I mentioned like over a year ago, the hollow moon theory, and we went over it.
I remember it was the moon and it was hollow.
It was hollow. It was compelling. You loved it.
Yeah.
Never forget.
I vaguely remember really enjoying it.
So instead, because I've been skipping conspiracy theories too, I've been doing a lot of like true crime and like just fucked up shit.
Not anymore.
So I needed a conspiracy. This is the hollow earth theory.
Hollow Earth, similar to Hollow Moon, except it's the Earth.
Except for it's very different.
Oh.
No, it's not very different. Have you heard of hollow earth before, besides me?
No.
Never heard any of the details? All right, great. I'm taking on a trip. Keep an open mind.
My mind is always open.
Just think of the facts or the theories that I'm going to present to you, and we'll see how you feel at the end, okay?
Okay, sure.
So, the ancient Greeks believed in the underworld ruled by Hades.
Yeah.
You know that.
Cool.
That Hades lived in the middle of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hell. The people of Mesopotamia? Mesopotamia. Mesotopia. Believed that a man journeyed beneath a mountain and entered into an underground garden of like Eden.
Oh.
The Buddhists, the Tibetan Buddhists, believed in an underground realm as well, and also the Hindus believe that there is a world at the center of the earth. So it's very ancient theories.
Mm-hmm.
A few scientists, starting with Edmund Halley in 1692, believed that the earth didn't have a dense core. It was in fact heated by an inner sun and was hollow.
Sure.
There's more boring old men that I don't need to snooze you with, because I know that
Great.
typically that's a road I'll take. It gets very long and boring. But
And I snooze, yes.
yes, some more people also believed that the earth did not have a solid core. So, specifically to kick this off, we're going to talk about a very fascinating man named Richard Byrd. He was an American naval officer.
Yes.
Yes, naval. It always makes me think of a belly button. I don't think of the Navy.
Or navel oranges.
Yes, exactly. The first thing that comes to my head is not the fucking Navy. I think about a deep belly button. Also, like someone licking it. It's also this thing that comes to my head.
Maybe they're into that.
He specialized in exploration and expeditions into the unknown. Admiral Byrd served as a navigator on several North Pole and South Pole expeditions.
Can we ask him if Santa Claus is real?
He doesn't report on that at all in his diary, so I'm guessing no. But Santa's magic. He's very magical. He doesn't
think
white.
Hollow Earth involves magic?
Not magic. Something else.
Science.
Something greater. Science. Science. So, he's done several flights over both Arctic poles. So, bring yourself down to 1947. What a year.
Mm-hmm.
He had an expedition.
Like it was yesterday.
Yes. This is unfortunate. He was sent out to do a flight over the North Pole, flying at 3,000 feet, which is very low. Like when you fly, you're at 30,000 at least. So he's flying in an old, shitty plane. Probably doesn't have oxygen. He's just like, fuck it, let's do it. And I've seen pictures of him where he just wears like big fur coats and smokes a pipe. It's the guy who owned the club.
Right.
It's him. So he's flying super low. He's done this expedition before. Everything's normal. Here we go. The whole time he's documenting about his flight. He's saying that the conditions are snowy and frozen and like whatever you fucking think would happen up there. All of a sudden he crosses over a mountain range and he starts to report that he sees a river, a green valley, and plants. And he goes,
in the Green Valley.
Yeah, exactly. He goes, oh, what the fuck could be happening? As he gets closer, he radios in that he sees a mammoth, which at first he thinks is an elephant. But as he gets closer, it's a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to see a woolly mammoth?
Yeah.
I'd be so happy if someone was like, which also, why have we not cloned that thing yet? We have DNA of a mammoth. Why have we not done that? Are they hiding mammoths?
Cloned things?
Yes, we've cloned lambs and dogs. You can pay to have your dog cloned.
Really?
Yes. You don't know this?
How much does that cost?
A lot. No, is it, who the fuck is it? Barbara Streisand, I think is who it is. Has cloned like one of her dogs like twice now. Cloning's been around forever.
Well, I mean, I know that in theory it's a thing that can be done, but I didn't know that people were actively doing it.
You don't remember that headline when like they successfully cloned a lamb?
No.
Her name was like Dolly.
It was a headline.
You don't read the news. So as he gets closer, he starts to realize that there's people there.
Oh.
Yes, and he
Are
looks.
they riding the mammoths?
Nope, they're just walking around. They look like humans, he said. And he remembers looking down at his like thermometer and that the temperature was 74 degrees.
Oh.
So he'd gone from Arctic.
Balmy,
yeah. Perfect temperature in Minnesota, 74 degrees.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's keep it that way. So then he begins to have like mechanical issues with his plane. Like his, whatever you fucking call them, start spinning, they're not working, and his controls start to move on their own.
Get the fuck out.
Yep. He says that the plane started gliding then and landed with someone else like controlling it.
It landed.
It took it down. He was like, come here, man. So when he landed, he was then approached by a race of human-like creatures. And he says human-like because they looked like people. Arms, legs, nose, ears, but they were extremely tall, very, very fair-skinned, and were blonde. So I was like, kind of like the Aryan race. Like Hitler-like people. Not Hitler-like people, because he was a fucking brunette, but people he preferred. The people he didn't murder. When they approached him, they called him a surface world man.
Okay.
So
They spoke English.
they spoke English, yeah. They take him
How
in.
convenient.
Yes, and the pictures I've seen of like what people believe that this area would look like, it's very like elven, homey, like you would see in Lord of the Rings.
Like what you want to be at.
Where you want to be. Yeah, there's like, it's very tropical, there's like waterfalls, and the homes are all very like built into mountains and stuff. It's very green and amazing. So they take him in and they drive him in something he described. Remember, this is 1947. He said it was a car without wheels. So he couldn't even say hovercraft. He was like, it was just a car that didn't have wheels and it drove. So they had, futuristic technology. They took him in and they told him that their existence is a secret and that they have only come out of their home to Earth on a few times to guide humans. They said that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One story he said is that they came out right before we dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, and they warned humans that releasing atomic energy has terrible, terrible results, and that it will be the demise of the human species, like the start of the demise.
Sure.
So like that moment, everything got fucked up, which maybe you kind of look at it.
I mean, it did. So.
It did. So they were right. So they talked to them for a while. They gave them some information about themselves, not too much. They said
because they're super secret.
Yeah, and they're much more intelligent than us. They're like, you guys are trash. We live here. It's better.
Get out, you trash.
Go back out to your Earth, your outer Earth. So he was released and was sent home. On Bird's return, he stated that he had a meeting with the Pentagon and was ordered to remain silent by top secret forces.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing so now by writing whatever.
His diaries were not released until 1966 after he had already died.
Who released the diaries?
He did. He came back from the dead. No, I don't know who did. Actually,
If I die,
if I found your diary, I'm publishing.
nobody's gonna fucking release my diary.
Because you didn't do anything cool.
Right.
They didn't go to the North Pole.
He fucking made that shit up. Like, I'm gonna go write some dirty ass novel.
You can't already think that he made it up.
Yeah, and you're gonna release my diary because it's fucking true. Like, she banged Bayou Daddy.
I would believe that.
Nobody's gonna believe that.
He works downtown. It's plausible. I'm gonna find out who he is. I don't know. If I found something cool about you, I would release it. I'm gonna fucking exploit your ass. The moment.
But it's not real.
This might be. It's too early for you to decide this isn't real.
Okay, well,
It's too early. Give it a moment. So, everyone thought he was crazy. He did talk about it publicly, like a few years after.
his super top secret mission that he wasn't supposed to tell anyone about.
Right. And everyone.
Don't tell this fucking guy any secrets.
You with your shitty plane and your fur coat. Admiral Byrd wasn't the only person to claim that he's reached inner Earth, though, or to suggest that the poles of the Earth were open holes that served as entrances to Agartha.
Agartha?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're calling it?
We'll get to that. Mm-hmm. Again, old people that I don't have to go into every detail. Carl Junger, he was a German World War II's like submarine driver, claimed that he found it.
Underwater?
No, like when he got up, I'm assuming got up to the land, he was approached. Bill Fay Woodward and his twin sister claim that they were born in inner Earth.
Oh.
And have stories about it. Olaf Jensen claims to have journeyed to Agartha and wrote a book about it in 1908 before Byrd went. And then there's another doctor in LA who said that he was on a fishing expedition and got lost and happened to end up in this inner Earth, new country he called it.
Aren't you with a bunch of people when you go on an expedition?
Why are these guys alone? Like, wouldn't you want to have at least
Yeah, I
another...
feel like if he's on an expedition, he's got a bunch of people with him, or
Right.
he made that shit up. He
Like,
took
the
a nap
plane thing
and
I
had
would
a
get,
dream.
because they probably just fit one dude. Those planes were so shitty. But yeah, if you're on like a fishing expedition or you're in a submarine, you're with like a whole bunch of seamen.
Yeah. Lots of semen.
Lots of seamen down below. Oh, and this one guy said that Dallas Thompson said that during a near-death experience, he had visions of Hollow Earth. After his recovery, his mission was to go, in 2003, to go and find Hollow Earth, and he disappeared and has never been seen again.
That sounds like the dream. Like you disappeared. You must be there. You must be living the dream.
He probably froze to death and died.
Yeah.
They'll find him one day in a mountain,
Seems realistic.
going like this. Oh, wow. Like, I found it. And then he died. So, what did Mr. Byrd, or Admiral Byrd, discover?
Yeah.
You may be asking yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was asking.
You're like, what can it be? Agartha is the name of the civilization at the Earth's core. It has a full fucking name. It's been called many other names, including Agartha, Agartia, who gives a shit. It's also
kind of like Atlantis.
We're gonna get there, beach.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself. Very good, you're catching on. It's also been called the Lost Paradise. Some would call the capital of Agartha Shangri-La. And someone was like, doesn't that sound familiar? And I was like, no, bitch. No
Like
one's ever heard of
Shangri-La?
Shangri-La, yeah. Have you heard of that?
Isn't that in, like, I don't know, Russia or something?
Probably. It's all Russia. So, who lives in the Hollow Earth? They're considered the elder race, also referred to as giants. So this could be where the theory of... There's a lot of theories that
Aren't
stem...
giants like big and bulky and ogre-y?
Well, not in this one. They're very beautiful. So there's a lot of theories that stem off of this theory, which is, I think, kind of cool. So they're considered the elder race, or known as giants. They loom over surface humans with their lanky 12-foot tall structures. So they figure that they're taller because of the gravity is different or whatever. These creatures are also like 800 years old. Like they live to be
800.
Yeah, they're like kind of immortal.
A long fucking time.
It's way too long. No one wants to live that long.
I mean, if you live in paradise, maybe you want to live that long.
Yes. They're also described as being very beautiful and have a very spiritual presence, as well as being very, very intelligent. So they're much smarter than us. We're like the apes,
I'm dumb.
and they're at the zoo.
I get it.
Like, look at those fucking idiots.
Look at those dummies.
Yeah, they're very peaceful. They don't believe in war. They're all knowing, things like that. But they're very friendly to the people of Earth. And they look over them and give them guidance at times of needs. Okay, so this was like a big deal online. There was some Tibetan master that can like confirm that this happened. So just to let you know, there's a whole religion of people that believe in inner Earth.
Well, I'm sure there is. It's called a religion because nobody wants to call himself a cult, which is exactly what all religions are.
Yeah, exactly. Call you dad, you're in a cult.
Tell your dad.
So this guy is like, I can fucking confirm it, and there's Facebook groups. Like, I found Facebook groups of people that will give updates. They say that they go there or they've heard from the king.
I go there
Right.
on the weekend. I have a weekend home there.
Yeah, it's a slew of mental illness.
A summer home.
Yes. So this guy confirms that not only can you go there from the North and South Pole,
Mm-hmm.
but that there are entrances all over the world.
I'm sure there are.
Yes, there is in the pyramids of Egypt. The Bermuda Triangle is an entrance, which is a big theory that I've never really dove into. I guess I don't know much about it. In different parts of Africa or caves underwater, you can enter into Hollow Earth.
Yeah, where's the map with all these entrances? Because I would really like to go.
There is, yeah, you can see online that people like, well, if you go to this location at this time, whatever, you'll be able to enter. That's this whole fucking crazy cult online that like they believe that they're actually going there.
So, how are there not more people that are there that are going there? Or all these people think that they've
Well,
gone?
a lot of people think that.
They just pop like some ecstasy and they think that they're there?
Yeah. Well, I think what happens is you have like a group of people that believe that this thing exists. Wholeheartedly, they believe it. And mind you, there's a part of me that's like totally sold on it. Like, sounds great.
I mean, it sounds fucking amazing. I would love to go. Sign me up.
And we've never drilled, the thing is, like, you can't disprove that the Earth is solid because we've only drilled like 8 miles into the Earth. There's no way of knowing exactly what's happening. So, until you can prove one thing, you can't disprove another, I guess.
How do we not...
It's all
How
theories.
would someone have not done that, though? Like, there's so many theories about it. I find it hard to believe that somebody wouldn't have tried that.
We are drilling into the Earth, but we haven't gotten very far because it takes for fucking ever to drill down into the Earth. So it's just not happening at a great rate. The only reason we think that the Earth has like a hard core is because we take the density of, I don't fucking know, it's math. It's math,
and the square root of 12. And
Right. Some nerdy, stupid shit. So yeah, they I think what happens is there's a group that believes this one person who's claiming that they go back and forth. Well, that person's actually a psychopath. If they're not actually going, which is a very slim chance. Maybe they are going all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But they say that they get these reports, they come back, and everyone's like, all hail, blah, blah, blah.
Well, this super top secret colony of people
Mm-hmm.
that wants to remain a secret doesn't realize that they're telling this blabbermouth about all this shit. Like, that wouldn't
That's
be
the
real.
thing. They would never allow that.
Right.
So there's other groups that will claim, like, my husband set out to do this, and he disappeared. Well, okay, then they kept him. That's a little bit more plausible. Like, well, you already found us. You can't fucking leave.
Right.
Like, letting people leave seems irrational. But yeah, there's these whole fucking cults that are just hilarious. So the other people that still believe it, they're still Buddhists, still 100% believe that. They practice it in their religion today. There's countries like Venezuela and Brazil and Ghana who believe that Agartha is currently real. Do you watch Ancient Aliens? Have you ever watched Ancient Aliens?
No.
It's on the History Channel.
Great.
So this is where this shit kind of ties into like some other theories that are more plausible. So everyone believes, not everyone, in Ancient Aliens, or if you would like conspiracy theories like I do, there's a lot of like random coincidences throughout the world that kind of tie into Hollow Earth being real.
Mm-hmm.
So people believe that Ancient Aliens built the pyramids.
Okay.
Because they line up with Orion's belt. Like the 3 main pyramids in Egypt line up perfectly with stars in the sky.
Sure.
That's very hard to achieve. They also there's people who don't believe that humans could have actually built it because they didn't have modern technology. It would be really, really hard to lift all these pieces. It also would have taken...
They had lots of people on whips and chains.
And it took a ton of years. It wasn't done in like 2 months. It was done after like 40 years. Like people would die or give birth to children, die, and their children would have to fucking work on it. It took for fucking ever. So they believe that ancient aliens were part of this. That they also built like Easter Island and Stonehenge, because like Stonehenge, if you certain sunsets at one particular point in the year, it will line up perfectly. Well, they don't believe that humans were intelligent enough, which is kind of insulting to humans. But anyways, ancient
Since we
alien-
are humans and we're coming up with this theory, we feel so good about ourselves.
right. Like someone had to help us. We're so dumb.
We're so
Couldn't do that
dumb.
today. I mean, I couldn't put a pencil in line with Orion's belt.
Yeah, but I also can't fucking knit a scarf either. So
Right.
like, that doesn't mean shit.
Also, if you look back in history, you have drawings and like caves and shit of like flying saucers in the sky and people visiting it, and they also believe that may have started like the Greeks or the Romans gods, like somebody flying through the sky and showing up and giving them intelligence, because like the Greeks even had really advanced mathematics and had some sort of computer system of their own, which is crazy. You can look it up. The Greeks had a laptop.
No, they didn't.
They did. I'll show you after this. That's a whole other thing. But they had very
Did Google
advanced.
tell you that?
Google. What's that from Bridesmaids? They also have stories and of like visitors coming there and warning them of certain things, like asteroids are going to hit Earth or this is going to happen. Here's where I break it down. It's not. I don't think it's very plausible that people live in the center of the Earth, but if they do, are they the aliens that we think of today? Are they the flying UFOs? Are they the random sightings? Are they the ancient aliens that have helped for all this time? Like, if they've lived there since the beginning of time, they've been everyone's main idea of aliens. There are aliens.
I don't know. I'm sure it's like a different race.
Well, we
of
haven't
alien.
found-
I mean, obviously they're going to be considered aliens, even though. I mean, if they're like on Earth, they shouldn't be aliens, though. They're
Well, we
just
don't
like
know them.
a different race of
Right.
something. They're not aliens.
We haven't found life anywhere else in the galaxy so far. We don't get to go very far either. We're fucking moving at a snail's pace.
We're done.
I
We
will
know.
die before anyone finds an alien. But what if they're this whole time living on in our planet, right there, but when they come to check in on us, or they have to fucking come out and warn some dumbass to not drop a nuke, they're fucking flying around in their saucers, and that's what we see. And we think they're
They
from another
come
planet.
from the center of our Earth
Yes.
to
they
come to the surface, to mount a spaceship,
Mhm.
to fly out into outer space,
Mhm.
to tell us shit. I feel like that's a really long flight.
From our own planet? That's a Delta flight.
No.
That'd be fine.
To ride on a spaceship into outer space.
No, I don't say they go on to outer space. I'm saying the UFOs that we see and that everyone, like a huge part of the population believes in UFOs and aliens. What if those are our inner Earth beings and they fly out when they're coming over to be like, chill the fuck out, Trump, don't nuke.
That's what I'm saying.
China.
But like a UFO is out on like the other side of the ozone, like,
How
and
do
then
you
they
know?
they zip around
No,
and they
no, no,
back
no.
and
Have you
forth.
watched videos of UFOs?
No,
They're fucking right here. You can see it right
they're
there.
fucking not.
They're in our atmosphere.
Okay, so then why would they zoom around in spaceships?
Because they gotta, on foot
They
takes
can
too long.
just walk fucking over to you and be like, "Hey, dumbass,
Stop
don't
it."
fucking do that."
Some like translucent white Aryan looking dude shows up and is like, nah, bitch, don't do that.
It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
We all know it's a bad idea. Thank you very much. We're gonna fucking do it anyway.
We're doing it anyways, whatever you think. We're like entering World War III, aren't we? Everyone keeps cracking jokes about getting drafted. I'm like,
I'm not gonna.
we're too old to get drafted, so we're fine.
We're not.
Yeah, you have to be over 25. If you're over 25, you can't be drafted.
Okay.
Because, oh, bitch. But doesn't that make sense? Like, that's the only thing that in there that would tie it. Like, say this whole race exists. That explains UFOs and aliens. Like, there are aliens because we don't know them. We just think they're more advanced, they're smarter, and they come out once in a while, and then they go back into their hole.
I would think that they're totally different.
Do you think that they would be green? Oh, like, you think that UFOs are separate from
Yeah.
that? Okay. I just thought they tied together. Maybe a little bit.
Maybe, but not.
Poke holes in my logic. All this, I don't actually believe that this is real.
It sounds really nice. Like I picture a cool, like a really cool little paradise, which I want to go to.
It's a utopia.
Right. I want to go. I saw the movie Atlantis. I want to go to some super cool underwater paradise. I want to fucking go.
So that was the other thing.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna.
A lot of conspiracies continue tying into that. People believe that the lost city of Atlantis is the North Pole. That it was this utopia of very advanced, intelligent beings that sank. They say Atlantis sank. And I've never really dug in to know all the facts about Atlantis, but that it possibly could have just frozen over, like they died of an ice age. And that's why it no longer exists, because there is also pyramids in Antarctica. And you've not read the article. Because you don't
I'm glad you corrected yourself mid-sentence there.
They do believe that there's more pyramids in Antarctica that are now frozen and blended with mountain peaks. And you'll see photos, I'll show you after, that are very convincing. Like they're clearly a pyramid, but they're covered in snow and frozen for 13,000 years now. So you can't see that. So people are now planning expeditions to go in and find these pyramids, which, can you imagine if there were pyramids in the North Pole? It changes the look of Santa altogether.
Elves live in there for sure.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So if there are pyramids up there, if they believe the lost city of Atlantis is up there, if they believe Adolf Hitler is there, which they do.
Why would Hitler be there?
So when you go into these like downward spirals of learning about this shit, some people believe that Adolf Hitler escaped in a submarine and landed in the middle of this new Earth, and then he's living there.
And just like living the fucking dream, like he's just having a great fucking time.
A great time. Everyone's blonde and tall and
oh my god,
perfect.
Why would you want that to be a thing?
Not a Jewish man in sight.
Why would you even like fantasize about that?
I don't know. People think it's real.
You're ruining my paradise dream.
Yeah, because Adolf. You show up and you're like, finally, this place is utopia.
But you let fuckheads like this here?
Why is Hitler here? And he's like, Wiedersehen, hello.
Right, exactly.
Good morning.
Don't ruin it.
We have a fire going.
Stop
Would you like a shower? And you're like, fuck this place, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go live up with the
Peace
crusty
out.
people of Earth. I don't need to know all this shit. So that's basically it. It's fascinating when you hear someone more intelligent talk about it. It's kind of fascinating. But
as opposed to yourself, you're not happy about it?
I can't hear myself tell this. I mean, I can hear myself, but I'm not following along. I'm like 2 steps ahead of myself.
I mean, it sounded fine to me. It sounds like I hate my life some more.
Would you like to go there? Can you imagine if Avatar is in the middle of our...
Oh, God. See, I was literally just thinking the same thing.
Were you?
Like, do you remember the sort of depression that we entered into after we watched that movie?
They diagnosed it. There was an actual diagnosable syndrome after Avatar.
I legitimately hated everything about my life after watching that movie. We went and saw it in theaters repeatedly.
Yes. Over and over and over again. I mean, it had to at least be like 6 times.
Yeah.
At least. Because I had to go take my parents to see it. I remember because it was Travis, me, and my sister. We went to go see Twilight and the Moon, and he's like, I'm going to go see this Avatar movie. Because it wasn't that well, like, advertised. And we both came out of the movie at the same time, and he goes like, we're going fucking in now. You have to see this. You don't understand. And I was like, I don't want to fucking see another movie. And we went in there, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
This is the best movie ever created.
Right.
Besides Star Wars. But, like, don't say it's better.
I mean, do you get that depressed when you watch a Star Wars movie?
Kind of, yes. I would love to be in a rebel war and, like, have hot Han Solo fawn over me and have cool braids.
Han Solo is not hot anymore.
He's still hot.
No, it's not.
He's shaky. He's a little ballsy, whatever you want to call it. He's okay. He's okay. He's still hot. Do you buy in at all into this shit?
I mean, it sounds nice.
It sounds great.
It's probably not real.
No, it's not real.
Um,
You could.
so I'll just dream about it with my fake house library.
Great. It's great. The people who like really believe it will like doctor Google Earth images and they'll just put a hole there. It's so funny when you look it up. They're like, evidence shows a hole at the top of the Earth. It's like, you fucking Photoshop a hole.
You put it in the paint program.
Yeah.
You put a black circle in the middle, and then saved it.
Yeah.
As a
like,
JPEG.
Look at the hole. It's the same as the flat Earth. It's the same as the flat Earth theorists. People who there's all like.
So how does Middle Earth, Hollow Earth,
Hollow Earth, yeah.
compared to Hollow Moon?
They don't really. They're very separate theories.
Okay. So then why would you think regular UFOs are associated with Hollow Earth,
I'm saying,
not Hollow Moon?
what I was saying is, if Hollow Earth is true, let's say 100% we can prove it for a fact, everyone's been there, we all see it, that then would explain years of alien theories, of like them visiting us and
Yeah, I would
guiding
just
us.
give like maybe more possibility or more.
Right. I'm just saying it would explain some of the ancient alien theories, because it's plausible then that they were the ones in those stories showing up to be like, don't fucking do this, or this is where you should put your pyramids, or let me help you with that brick
Sure.
because we have a machine.
Let me help you with that brick.
That giant brick. I mean, there's people that say that humans today could not build the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
Like how perfectly built they are, and the weight of them and everything, and the tunnels, like they have oxygen tunnels and things
Wow.
that allow people to breathe in there, and the
So
sun.
I thought you went in there when you were dead anyway, so you don't have to breathe.
No, people go in there. I mean, you can go in there now, and you can get perfect ventilation because of how they built it. It has its own whole fucking structure. Should we be going in there? That feels rude. Like that pharaoh made everyone do that work so that he would be.
He made everybody
peaceful.
die
Right.
and lay with him.
And we're just lining up with our tickets, like, let's go see the dead guy.
I want to see the mummy.
Some karma's gonna come out of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever moved that mummy, you're done. You're done.
Seen the Mummy movie?
I love those. I love those.
I know.
Mm. He was so attractive at the time.
Yes.
They played Tarzan, and now have you seen him now?
Ben Fraser?
I can't remember. I can't remember his name. Remember he played Tarzan?
Yeah.
And then or George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
He looks like he's bloated and dying now. It's
Does he?
terrible. Don't Google him. You see him?
Yeah.
He's so like, no.
Oh.
No. He was also in, what else was he in? He was in a lot of shit. But he was hot. I really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job. George of the Jungle, strong as you can be. Watch out for that train. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week, Jess.
Thank goodness.
Stew on it. I know it wasn't the best.
I'm gonna
one.
go watch Avatar and kill myself.
Good call. Can I join you? Take something together.
Mm-hmm.
TJ comes in. He's like, "Why were they drinking Kool-Aid?" Oh no! It's a cult suicide.
Oh no.
All right. Do you have a fuck you of the week?
No.
No, I don't either. It's a good week. I'm fine with it.
I don't even know what day it is.
It's February 2018.
Fuck. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Gone back in time. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, folks. Happy New Year.
Yay!
Happy New Year, you filthy animal. Oh, don't forget to read your smut books.
Yes. The book called At the Stroke of Midnight.
It's a New Year's Eve.
As Jessica
At
frantically
the stroke
looks it
of
up.
midnight, when you end up in a rave.
I just pulled up the book that I was reading that says swallow her daddy's semen. So we're
great.
gonna exit out of that.
Was he also a naval belly button pilot?
Yes. At the Stroke of Midnight by Ember Flint.
I remember the name now. It's a good name.
Mm-hmm. Read it.
Read it.
Love it.
We'll review it in 2 weeks.
Or let us know if you don't.
Let us know how splashy it was, how it inspired you to finally have sex with your husband.
Yes,
Maybe.
please.
Or to maybe retreat. You're like, no.
Abort mission.
The guy in the book's much better. All right, we'll see you then, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.